Remind me to take a Midol in 6 hours.
Okay, I'll remind you in 6 hours. Tuesday, October 19th, 8:41 a.m. Take a Midol, 1 of 1. Search 1 more.
And this is my phone.
2:42 a.m.
Takes talk back. Cipher sounding as if I'm sick, even though I'm really not.
Voice commands are not available while the screen is locked. Collapsed. Messenger. 3 more notifications inside. Collapsed. Discord. Bullet. Marvel Universe RP Merv Pack. 98. Screen off.
And I just wait for her to remind me when to take that medication. Because I'm on my menstrual cycle now. Which really hurts right now. And, well, granted, it's part of being a woman. Any lady who's watched me over my channels will know that, Melissa gets it worse because of her health problems. When I started mine, I was at like 15 because of my prematurity. And Mom thought I would never be fertile. But here I am, 20 years old and able to possibly have a baby. As my body possibly prepares for said moment. And yeah, self-explanatory for any girl watching this. And that's my laptop. The current time. I just woke up early, but that's because I'm in agony right now. My cramps woke me up. Yeah, but I'll let everybody know how things are when things progress throughout the day. Like I'm even pressing my modifier key, which for me is either tab or caps lock, a little bit of both, or a D key for landmarks, but I'm not going to do that because I'm already there. And this is how I watch a video. Like, say I want to watch some Omega Mart stuff, like the one about Marin Dram here. I would either press enter or the space bar. And that's how I pause and play. That's how I pause and play. And yeah, I haven't figured out how to navigate the upper Chrome tabs yet. Like F for Facebook, SG for Google for searching in Google, Y for YouTube. Like, that would be nice if those were modifier keys of some sort. And if I want to rewind, I go to where the slider I think is. I can't see, but it'll say like slider at this mark, blah blah. And I just went to the play button. and that's how I kinda, and I can either do K, which is a regular YouTube it's K, to letter K to play videos is a YouTube hotkey. It's not specific to narrator or anything, but if I were to hit the K key and I got my finger on it, that's when scan mode is on. It'll take me to where the like video is, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna get back to the main spot by going shifty. And now I'm back to the YouTube video player, as it calls it. But Windows Narrator works alright. It's just laggy in some sites. I don't know if this is an accessibility thing or something YouTube needs to get up on their ass and fix. But I digress. YouTube, if you're about accessibility, then fucking show it. Visually impaired content creator here, YouTube. Come on. And don't throw any excuses. You guys can. Like, you got stuff for the deaf already. What about the visually impaired, huh? What about a button for them on the YouTube video player? When are you gonna implement that? But anyway, guys, yeah. Now I'm calling YouTube on their bluff with accessibility, because it's like YouTube, you have the resources and technology and money. Do it. So there's no excuse. Take precautions, yeah, because of the pandemic, but still implement it. Like, good lord. But anyway, so for going off on a tiny rant, but that's how I kind of use YouTube. And if I want to search something, I would find where the search bar is. And find where the search bar is by doing shifty till I find the search bar. Banner search. And I would space in there and I could type. Make sure I'm on the YouTube video player and I can press play. Turn off scan mode, and I can rewind. And I can tell at the beginning, because if I press play, and back to scan mode. Yeah, I use the tracker pad a little bit, like I said, I'm using magnification. And it got a little bit lost there, but that's how I, navigate the laptop, more or less. For the YouTube, for the tabs, I end up having to use magnifier, because I haven't figured out a hotkey for navigating the upper tabs, which are up here. And I can get them in my central vision. And when I find what I want, I, click on it briefly with my trackpad, put my cursor off to the side under magnification, and navigate with the screen reader again. So if anybody knows what hotkey with Windows Narrator will help you navigate the upper tabs of Chrome, that would be great and helpful. Thanks. But this is how I basically use my laptop. I hope you guys find this video, well, not just educational, but because granted you guys see my accessibility and equipment and features so many times on my old channel, but I thought I would show everybody, just in case if there's some newcomers who are like, huh, who's this legally blind YouTuber? You know, and I can stream. I just have to roll my finger till I hear where the bottom toolbar is and find OBS, link it with YouTube, and hit start streaming on OBS. Or I'll use magnification, because OBS is accessible, but I don't know if they're still working on it. Whistler seems to use it all OBS alright, so but problem is he has a different screen reader. You know, he has voiceover. I have Windows Narrator. Two different screen readers. Same premise, but different setup. If you guys know what I mean. But yeah, this is how I navigate my laptop. Sorry for being on a little tangent there, but Windows Narrator has a tendency to crash, as it were, and you can tell, you can hear the pull. That's my, listen, hear how loud. I know it's probably from watching videos or something, but it's always when narrator and my accessibility is active, like say the screen reader or magnification, and it's like, you serious right now? This is part of the system, isn't it? You know, yeah, and I'm getting from my CPU, and it's like, the fuck? I haven't downloaded anything. Like, if you see my bottom toolbar, anyone cited. I'm sorry for not using OBS, but I'm, you know, still kind of learning the navigation of that, although they have hotkeys themselves, OBS Studios, and I have the original, so I don't have Streamlabs or anything like that. I have the original OBS, capital O, capital B, capital S, Studios. But yeah, this is how I use my laptop, how MLBW uses her laptop, boys. And yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to find the videos over to the far right, like the high key, like whatever the heck hotkeys move from where the YouTube video player is to where the video list is. Like, if you guys see the video list, yeah, my favorite stuff, by the way. Probably my favorite stuff. I won't know until I navigate to it and examine it more or less. Yeah, that's the drawback of being legally blind. You have to explore, examine, experiment a lot. It could take 30, it could take half an hour, it could take a full hour. Like, for example, I was in my friend's live, and I was for 1 hour trying to navigate for the chat box, like where everybody hangs out and stuff, like the thing you see on every live stream, that enables subbers and people, you know, duh. Anybody that streams will know what I mean. That square section that has all the freaking, you know, people coming in and don't know who, because the names are so small. But it'll be like a bunch of, you know, jibber jabbering, going up, 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 up. And I'll chime in and go, damn, like, what did I miss? Am I late? You know, yeah, and sorry for not playing Star Wars: The Old Republic yet. I don't know where my nerd buddy is, because I seriously need his help with this, like, not kidding. Like, I get you're busy, buddy, I get you're busy, I get it. I don't have a job, but I understand the premise, you know, my family works. So I bet they would see where you're coming from. And I appreciate your work. What you do is awesome. It's helping the visually impaired, you know, and I commemorate you. But please, I can't play alone, and I bet you know that, but please. You've been MIA for 2 weeks, and I've been in the gaming channel for 3 hours, waiting. It would go on hour 4. And it'd be like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and still no show. And, you know, I'm in there, I'm waiting, I'm sitting in there, and it's like, is everybody okay? Like I'm getting concerned, not for the health, because granted, COVID, but I thought I was gonna play. You know, and I was so upset that I was looking up accessibility options for Star Wars: The Old Republic. That's how upset I was. I even went to the forum of it, for crying out loud. And read reviews of legally blind players, and they were struggling. And I was like, oh my god. Yeah, so developers of Star Wars: The Old Republic, hope you can make your, you know, RPG more accessible, because I'm dying to play it. I'm a big fan of your service. But anyway, enough going off topic like a maniac. This is how I use my laptop. And you can hear it, CPU or whatever that is, loud. Now it's coming down. Yeah. But anyway, hope you guys somewhat enjoyed this, because granted it's part, you know, how I live, part rant, with a few rants sprinkled in there, but I digress. When you're in the gaming channel for 3 hours and people are no-show, like, no offense, I get people work, but I have too much free time on my hands. And for me, it's a no choice situation. I can't decide if I want to do, you know, life or study up. Well, I can study up, but I can't decide if I want to go here or go there. I'm forced to literally be, quote unquote, lazy. And that's a byproduct of being legally blind. So I hope people understand that MLBW is probably bored out of her mind and waiting. Have someone else go in there and load up the game and help me out. If you're busy, enlist someone who's free and say, hey, I'm trying to play this game, but I'm gonna work, but I have to work tonight. Can you help her play? You know, she's blind, you know. That would be nice and appreciated. Cause, you know, I played video games all my life, okay? But it wasn't without a sighted guide. you know. When I played Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, my brother was descriptive. He would describe what part of Alchemax I was in. If it was the Shadow Division, he would say, "Melissa, you're in the Shadow Division Department of Alchemax. The woman talking is Dr. Serena Patel, blah blah." Yeah, that's how I play games. Spider-Man Edge of Time was no different. I was literally this close, 1 inch from the screen. And my brother my brother was like, "Dang, sis, back up. I'll guide you." And, I played Spider-Man Edge of Time with my cousin. And he would read the signage of the Alchemax laboratories and say, "Melissa, the R&D department is in front of you. Keep walking forward, blah, blah." And what character I was, he would be like, "You're Peter Parker," or "Nope, you're Dr. O'Hara now, and you're in the futuristic version of Alchemax. Same area, but futuristic." And he would describe, and yeah, that's how I play games. And I even played Minecraft with my brother's guide. I couldn't read the menus. I would go down one super slowly because screen readers didn't exist for home use yet. They were only like in school? And that was it. Because the computers we have didn't barely have accessibility. And I had to use my monocular and be like this on my computer in the 2000s. And stuff like that. Whereas nowadays, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that now. Yeah, that's 2021. Yeah. Look at how much times have changed. Now I can use my phone, my tablet, and my laptop independently. I don't have to stay with a monocular or freaking have somebody sitting by my freaking side, because, in school, I would either have something that mimics a screen reader, but it was so, weird, or I would have a sighted person help me guide the cursor, hand over hand on the mouse or a tracker pad, depending on what I was using, and stuff like that. And when screen readers came about, I had computer lab, and that was my first involvement with screen reading tech, but it wasn't for home yet. So, but look now there is a screen reader for home. But I hope you guys, accessibility's come a long freaking way. No offense. Like there's talkback on cell phones, for crying out loud. Or voiceover, depending on if you're Apple or Android, but yeah. I don't use voiceover, but I know about it because I have friends who do use it. But I hope you guys did your best to get some education out of this video. Granted, it just now turned into a ramble fest. would be talking video games and game accessibility. That'd probably be a big full video in itself, gaming accessibility, because I bet it's an interesting debate, if not topic. Because there are people beta testing these and for accessibility, and that's a nice thing to see, you know. To any accessibility beta testers, I am visually impaired and I say thank you. And, you know, may the force be with anybody who makes accessible games. And, yeah. So this is how MLBW rolls somewhat in daily life. Call it a Ramble Fest or what you will, but that's just me, I guess. Well, duh, you're gonna lose track of shit when you can't see. No shit, Sherlock. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Well, not enjoyed, but I hope you guys learned something from this video, even though it's a ramble fest. But yeah.